What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and today was day one of the Johnny Depp and Amber trial. However, it was just jury selection day, so there is not a lot of big news coming out today, although the jury was selected, and stuff is going to start going down tomorrow. But I did notice some things, and what I noticed is how the media is covering this story. Now, to give you a little bit of a backstory here, I'm familiar with what was going on between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but it's not a story that I followed beat by beat. So there's a lot of things that I don't know about what happened between them. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so interested in this trial, because now I could learn some of the things that I didn't know. But I do know about a lot of the videos and the audios and about him getting his finger cut off, which is something that me and Johnny Depp have in common, unfortunately. But Johnny Depp has always been one of my favorite actors, if not my favorite actor. I think he's probably one of the best actors of all time. But I wasn't going into this case with a personal bias just because I like Johnny Depp. It was because of all the information I heard. It just looked to me like Amber was just a terrible person all around. I'm just going to call it what it is. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but when we get to the point that she's taking literal shits inside of his bed and stuff like that, it's like, okay, I get it. This woman is off of her rocker. She's extremely psychotic, which someone mentioned in court today that his wife told him that Amber Heard was psychotic. But she is crazy. Narcissistic, you name it. You could throw it at her, because from the things that we've all seen and heard, it's not like I have access to private information. You've all seen the videos and heard the audio probably more than I have. And it's terrible. And it's horrible that a lot of men have to go through this and it's not taken seriously. And even now, I think that it is pretty much, almost 100% obvious that Johnny Depp is the victim in this situation. Yet, that's not how this thing has played out. Don't get me wrong. Most of us, we're all on Johnny's side here. But that's not how things have been working in Hollywood. Johnny has lost all of his job. I don't want to say all, but he's lost a lot of his jobs, a lot of his movie roles, iconic roles at that. While Amber Heard is still going about her day as if nothing happened. As if nothing happened. And the other day, right before this trial began, she actually posted on social media saying that, "I'm going to go offline for the next several weeks. As you may know, I'll be in Virginia, where I face my ex-husband Johnny Depp in court. Johnny is suing me for an op-ed I wrote in the Washington Post in which I recounted my experience of violence and I can't say that word. I never named him. Rather, I wrote about the price women pay for speaking out against men in power. I continue to pay that price, but hopefully, when this case concludes, I can move on, and so can Johnny. I have always maintained a love for Johnny." Oh, whoa. "And it brings me great pain to have to live out the details of our past life together in front of the world. At this time, I recognize the ongoing support I've been fortunate to receive throughout these years. And in these coming weeks, I will be leaning on it more than ever. With love, always." So that's her kind of basically at the end. She's kind of like basically begging for some support there. But the funny part that I find about this post is the part when she says it's going to bring her great pain to have to live out the details of her past life with Johnny. Were you not the one that was secretly recording him? Was Amber not the one that was secretly recording Johnny? So of course you're having to live out your past life with him. You recorded it so you could. You recorded it to try to ruin him. You recorded it so that was what will be played for years and years to come. However, it all made her look bad in the long run. If you ask me, it all made her look bad in the long run. And I really cannot wait to see how this plays out in court. However, I'm just, I know that while we, the common people, we're all, for the majority of us are on Johnny's side, the industry is not. They're very much working against Johnny. And when I was watching today the coverage on like court TV and stuff, which usually when I watch trials and things like that, like I go to YouTube. Honestly, there's YouTubers out here covering these cases better than anyone that you're going to see on television. So if I were you, I would take myself to YouTube. Y'all are on YouTube watching this video right now. So, I guess I'm speaking to the choir here, right? But definitely there's people on YouTube with better coverage. But I wanted to see how it was playing out on television. And when I go to court TV, it was almost like, it wasn't even trying to like balance itself out. It was like totally tilted in Amber's favor. And it wasn't even necessarily like that people were saying that. It's just by the way they were rolling certain footage and playing certain audio clips. They were clipping out like a lot of the recordings that we've seen so far, but they were clipping it out in a way to make it look like Johnny Depp was doing things that he wasn't doing. You know, they were clipping it out in a way to make it look bad on Johnny. And even as the story was first getting introduced, you were hearing clips of like Amber Heard talking about getting hit over and over again and things like that. And it just, if you were someone who wasn't familiar with the case, you would be like tilted towards Amber's side just from how they were covering it. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily that they were there saying it out their own mouths. It was just the way that things were playing out, the way they had the clips, the way they were presenting it. And it's purposely done. We all know that. So me, someone who I know about the situation, but I don't know everything. I don't know all the details. Watching that, I was like, oh, well, damn. This looks like Amber's the victim here. But we know better. Because I know better because I've looked into it just a little bit, but the average person doesn't. The average person is just flipping through the television. Do people even flip through the television anymore? Like cable is kind of becoming a thing of the past, but if you just land on this court TV and you're watching this and you're reading the tabloids, a lot of them, you would think that Johnny's the bad person here. And in no way, shape, or form do I think that's the case. In no way, shape, or form. But I'm interested in finding out what happens here. Of course, this is probably going to last the next couple of weeks. And I'll definitely be paying attention to it. And I'll bring you all updates as they come along. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Where do you lean here? Do you have more information that you want to share in the comments below? I'm just interested in hearing your thoughts about this down in the comments below. But while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you on the next video.